afternoon, good evening, like it is for me, or for many of you, it's the dead of night. Oh my God, a lot of you are telling me it's already past midnight for Friday already. Welcome to Race 6 channel. We are here for free practice one in Vegas, baby. This is the last of the three races here in the United States. Vegas, I know a lot of people like Coda, but Vegas has a weird vibe to it. It has a fun vibe to it. And there's just can't. There's a lot of good overtaking in Vegas. That's really what it is. It's been once we got to actually racing on this track, it's been good racing and it's been fun racing. So again, this is Grash with you here. We're about 2-3 minutes to go to the green light at the end of the pit lane to turn on for free practice one. We're using C5, C4, C3, so we're using the fastest reliable compounds. We do have one more, the C6. That's basically a Monaco tire, and it's not going to perform. It's going to fall off, is basically the issue. They're predicting that on lap times, about half second on the medium tire, and then 0.8 to 0.9 so fall off on those hard tires. So that's what they expected. So again, we're right now waiting for that. We got 2 minutes to go. We're a little early. Oh, I got a picture of the strip. Yeah, this is a. Don't be surprised next year that I'm doing. I'm doing FP1s in a hotel room in Vegas next year by the strip, where I can overlook and watch the cars go. Yeah, that's definitely. Vegas F1 GP sounds more like kids. It is a festival. Literally, like Live Nation is one of the partners in the for Vegas. They're one of the things that they do is the Electric Daisy Festival, which is an EDM dance festival. Electric dance music and EDM is if you're not up to date on that. And who's coming out? Looks like one of the safety cars was going around. So we're about a minute to go before they start. Paint the Vegas track black and red microsectors and bet where the first car stops. That's a great idea. Unfortunately, the Vegas track is a road course. And during the day, this course is actually being used by actual traffic. So at some point, like around like 6 a.m., they've got to be off the track for daily traffic. I think Monaco is the same way as well. That there's daily traffic on those streets. So when they're not racing, like at night, the roads are open to normal traffic. So that's one of the things that we're going to see here is that this track basically resets every day. You get my life for not sticking your talking head on screen. There's reasons why I don't have my head on. It's just easier right now to just do voice. But I am working on something that would be helpful in. You guys want to see my face at some point. You probably will at some point. Who's ready to meet Lando Norris? That's interesting. Let's go Max Tears. Again, those of you who are in chat, particularly the YouTube chat, well, we have a large number of Max Verstappen fans. We've literally named them the Maxiteers. And Isaac is the first one to come out on pit. So it looks like my timing chart is faster than F1 TV at the moment. Fresh crowd in Vegas. Well, it's Thursday night. It's Thursday night right now. It's not Friday night. So people do have. Oh, I'm behind on the stream. That's why. There we go. That's more better. Oh, that's less of a gap. Cool. Yeah, sparse. I mean, it's Thursday night. I wouldn't take that much. I mean, this crowd's going to grow. They're expecting at least 200 to 250,000, maybe up to 300,000 people over this weekend. So give it time. This will be packed. It'll be packed Saturday night. For those who are curious, right now it's 4:30 in the afternoon in Vegas. That's Pacific time. I'm in Central time, so it's 6:30 p.m. The rain that they get. So there was a concern about rain, I think, yesterday or the day before that went through. I can tell you right now that rain is hitting me here in Texas. So go figure. But you saw a lot of flooding. An area that flooded that was intentional. Like within a few hours after it stopped raining, I mean that water was out of the way, was into tunnels, whatnot. So Isaac right now is starting. I believe he's the first one to start a flying lap right now. Gasly's second. Did something happen? He looks slow. They're just having passed Bortoletto on track. We've got Isaac, Gasly, Behrman, Ocon, Tsunoda, Leclerc, Colapino, Antonelli, Lawson, Snipes, Albon, Hulkenberg, and Bortoletto is just coming out on track. It leaves Max, Lando, Alonso, Stroll, Hamilton, Russell, and Oscar in the pits right now. Looks like Ocon scrubbed a set of medium tires back in the pits already. 10:30 in Eastern Australia. Interesting. What are the two chats? Drivers and so there is the. It's not. It's just two columns of the same chat, Francesco. It's the. So basically, what you're seeing is a voice to text translation of what's been going over between drivers and their race engineers, and it looks like Lawson just said it's very slippery right now. You're going to hear a lot of issues with grip because it's just so freaking cold. These tires are not really there. I mean, this is the coldest race you're going to see all year long. And right now it's 14 degrees on track right now. Sorry, air temperature is 14 degrees. Yeah, track temperature is only 18.5. No, if it basically a storm came through, I think yesterday, Tuesday morning, Friday, Wednesday, a storm came through, dropped a lot of water. Some parts of this, there's a video of, I think, from someone from the race where they're showing like water washing through the lower level of where they were at. But that's intended for that amount of water. That's intended. So Leclerc doing the first really first representative time on track, 141.328. Sainz is a 141.164. So these are the first ones. Leclerc is fastest in the first sector and third sector. Leclerc was fastest in the second sector. He's just taken the fastest first sector again on a new flying lap. People are now on flying laps right now. Albon jumping up to third with a 142.098. Those are the times that I'm kind of looking for. Again, Polo is 132.3112. So again, like Sainz and Leclerc are already faster than last year's pole. Lap record was 134.876. So we're seeing a lot of people. We're seeing like Albon through Gasly doing race runs. And we're seeing Isaac, Leclerc, Sainz, now Gasly does a 141.0. So we're getting into the 140s. Wow, we're gonna be in the 140s already. And well, that's a 141. Sorry, my apologies. The pole lap was 132, so we're 8 seconds off from pole, 9 seconds. But we're starting to warm up. Looks like Leclerc is a 139.733. So each lap Leclerc is doing is faster and faster. We get to see Max, Russell, or Oscar on track right now. Lando's the only one out on soft tires, and Hulkenberg got on a hard tire. Everyone else is on a medium tire already. Antonelli going to P2, 140.866. So we still got a lot of room for improvement. Let's hope they don't catch another manhole. Well, that was, again, not a manhole, it was a drain cover that became a follow of Carlos Sainz and caused the huge delay on that first night. Again, that was 2 years ago with FP1. Yeah, it wasn't a manhole cover. It was a drain cover specifically. Isaac goes to the top of the board, 139.415. Hugger does 140.589. Gasly moves up to P4, 140.226 time. Of those, Hulkenberg is on a hard tire, so that's interesting. So everyone is out on track at this point. Max, Oscar, Russell are the last three to get out on track. It's going to be interesting with everyone on track right now. Albon's going to come into pit, so less on track at the moment. Lost it up to 7, 141.123. Isaac is on a new flying lap. Isaac just went to the top board, 135.355. But Isaac is on a very flying lap. He's got subsectors. Norris has got some subsectors as well. So, let's see. Comes Norris. Norris is going to go fourth. We're going to see Oscar, Isaac, Russell cross the line. Oscar's going to go on his flying lap. Isaac goes to the top of the board again, 138.753. I think that was Russell. Yeah, the Russell was on an out lap, so now he's on his flying lap. I want to thank R1 Racing F8 over in Twitch chat, as well as Lalasador. I hope probably for butchering your names. Compared to last year, are the conditions compared? Yeah, the conditions are pretty much comparable in terms of temperature. The one difference is that we might get rain this year. So Noda just went P2, Sainz is P3, Hamilton P4 on the board, Lawson P7. So Noda's only 121 back. Right now, Leclerc is on a flying lap. He's about to finish that lap. He goes to the board 138.114. He's 639 faster than Isaac. So this track is getting faster. So there is some track evolution going on here. Antonelli is 138.9, 786 back. He is the fastest third sector. Clark is fastest first and second sector. Norris is going to jump P2. He's only 164 back. Sainz is coming to the line. He's on it was on a cooldown lap. Oscar goes P3 with a 138.868. Russell does P14. So everyone's done a lap at some point. Only one is Alonso has not done a really representative lap up until now. Max hasn't done a fully representative lap as of yet. He's on his first, would be his first flying lap. So it looks like teams are opting to go 2 around before doing a flying lap. But that's a tactic to be aware about at the moment. Gasly improving in his times. He's currently P13. Gasly to top of the board, 137.990, first in the 137s. Tsunoda goes 138.068. He's only 78 thousandths behind. So right now, Sainz is the fastest Sector 1. Sector 2 is Gasly. Sector 3 is Antonelli. Lawson goes up to 9th. Max right now coming to 14, 15, 16. Max is going to go to the top of the to P2, 21 thousandths. Stroll P9, Ocon to P11. Sainz to the top of the board right now, 137.588. 402 faster than Gasly, 423 faster than Max, and 4080 faster than Tsunoda. Russell's P6. So Red Bull looking good. I mean, that P3, P4 right now. That's if that holds, that's a good sign for Red Bull this weekend. Francesco right now in chat asking about Max Verstappen might switch to number 3 next year. No joke. That's because the number 3 number from Daniel Ricciardo is going to be available to be used. So Max might go from the 33 to the 3. That's been talked about a couple places. Click right now on a flying lap fastest first sector, but doesn't improve in sector 2. What was his time? There's a 32.8. He's like 6/10 off time in sector 2. We'll see where he comes. Comes to the line. He goes top of the board, actually, still. Improves in sector 3. There's a 37.1. That's interesting. But he has a total lap of 37.407. He's 181 faster than Sainz, who's P2. Isaac has moved up to P3 with a 215 gap. And Denali goes to P4. The gap is 499, basically half a second. Gasly right now on flying lap with fastest first sector. Oscar comes to P4. He's 2.878 back. He's the fastest third sector. Max looking good in sector 1 so far. Hasn't finished it yet. Max just took the fastest first sector now by more than a tenth and a quarter. Bayman comes P3, 471 back. So Max on a very flying lap right now. Hulkenberg top of the board on hard tires, no less. It's a 137.370. Again, we're in the 137s. We can go much lower. Max improves in sector 2. He's not the fastest, though. It's about a tenth and a half off fastest. Soto getting to the top of the board with a 137.094. Yeah, yellow flag. What is up, Luke? Is it Russell? It's going back to green, so someone must have come off and come back on. Max goes to the top of the board, 136.493. Fastest first and third sector. It's known as 601 behind, so that's a big jump. So we're going to see all these jumps. Again, we're already 26 minutes into the session. We're seeing huge track evolution. Each lap getting faster and faster as we go on. Again, we're listening to the Race Statistics channel. This is Grash with you live with Free Practice 1. Again, I want to thank Total Motorsports. Again, total-motorsports.com is their website. Again, they're hosting us again this weekend. I want to thank them for hosting us, and we appreciate. This is like the third race in a row that you guys have hosted, so thank you so much. If you guys haven't seen Total Motorsports, one of the they do F1, but they also do Formula E, NASCAR, and IndyCar. They also have a very robust, very good interview section as well. So if you're looking for more depth on what you're looking for, or to branch out to another series, they are worth the website to look at. As I talk, Hamilton's P5, Norris is P3, Sainz is P2, Gasly just went P6. Again, Max is at the top of the board, 136.494. Leclerc is now P3. So Sainz is only 37 thousandths behind Max. Leclerc is 116. Norris is 265. Tsunoda is now 601. Tsunoda crossing the line. Let's see if this is a flying lap or another. Tsunoda's pushing. He's improving. Green so far on that lap. Clear on that last lap took the fastest first sector. So Yuki is on a flying lap. Max on a new flying lap as well. Oscar just took the fastest third sector, though. He's P14 at the moment. Who just jumped up? I think Leclerc jumped up to P3. Is either that or Norris. Max is the new fastest first sector. 27.058 is this. He's almost 2/10 faster than Leclerc in that sector, who's P2 in just sector 1. Max right now ending sector 2 around the snout of the pig, as we would say. It's coming to the back straight onto the strip. Play of Ollie Bierman. Ollie Bierman cuts the chicane. Yeah, he just couldn't control his car, and so rather than to try and end up crashing, he slides and rolls through that chicane area. Bortoletto is doing the same as well, going over the Paramount logo that's on track. Think Max has a chance to win this weekend? Oh, absolutely. I think because of the cooler temperatures, I think Red Bull is one of the teams. Ferrari, Red Bull, and I would say Haas are the three teams to keep an eye on this weekend. Max has a 136.043 lap. So that's interesting. Hamilton has the fastest second sector. Leclerc has the fastest first sector again. Albon's the first. I think it's going to be the first one to cross the line. He only goes 14th. Comes Hamilton. Hamilton goes to third. He's 136.75. Here comes Leclerc to finish his lap. He's currently fifth. And he goes to the top of the board, 135.954. So he's 89 faster than Max and 192 faster than Science. Hamilton is only two tenths back behind his teammate. You've got 38 minutes and 45 seconds left to go in this session right now. Again, you listen to the Race Statistics channel. This is Grass with you live of our coverage of Free Practice 1 from Vegas. Again, it is a Thursday night session. It's only 6:51 p.m. Central Time, 4:51 track time. Some of you are already Friday early morning, I should say. Russell to P6, 136.276. Again, we're seeing the 135 is the fastest we've seen so far for a lap time, high through 135. That will drop. We can see that drop another like 5 seconds, literally 4 to 5 seconds. We'll see that drop probably later tonight in pre-practice too. When we see more representative times for quali and the race. Follow along with Oscar right now into one of the state cars. Oh, no, it's Oscar. Sorry. So Lando has a green helmet this weekend, and it's throwing me off. Mercedes 6.7. My God. Stop it. Stop it. Let's see who right now. Hulkenberg looks like he might be final lap. Max just finished his lap, 135.776. So he's at the top of the board. Fastest third sector. Did not improve sector 1, sector, but they were competitive sector times, though. How's Max's pace looking? Excellent. I mean, again, he's currently top of the board. Sonoda's been looking good early on in this session as well. He just hasn't put in a new flying lap as of yet. Yellow flag. Oh, looks like Stroll went off track and came back on. That yellow flag was resolved. So we got on turn 12, where the other yellow flag. And what did Stroll do? Yeah, they showed a replay of Stroll, but I may have not caught it in time. Stroll was basically who brought out that yellow flag. Got Hinchcliffe at turns 1 and 2. Look at the back leg where from the start finish line. What's the track record? Yeah. So the two numbers from last year was lap was a 134.876 and pole was a 132.3112. So we've got definitely time to drop. Looking right now, Colpino has a stop signal, but I don't see him on track. I think he pitted. So they may have turned off the engine. So that may be what's going on here. 34 minutes to go in this session right now. You're listening to the Race Statistics channel. This is Grass with you live with coverage of Free Practice 1 here from Vegas. Right now, Max top of the board with 155.866. And then Leclerc is P2, 178 behind. Russell's 307 behind. Sainz is 370 behind. He's got the fastest second sector. Leclerc's the fastest first sector. Max has the fastest third sector. Hamilton is only 399 behind. Oscar 476. Antonelli 489. Tsunoda is 544. There we go. We got all the sectors now. Thank you. So something's up where cars pitting. So Gasly, Colapino, Borrello will have a stop signal. They may have turned off their engines because they all pitted. They're all in the pits. So we'll see what they're doing. They may be doing big. Again, right now people are pitting right now to recalibrate for their next stint for their program that they're working on. I think everyone who's in chat and YouTube, especially those who are in green, like Paula, Andrew. I know Shay's here. I don't remember anyone else being here right now. But these are the people who are throwing money each month after month, helping keep the lights on. Again, I refer to them as the family. All you subscribers, whether on Twitch, on YouTube, you are the Army, Racing Tickets Army. Thank you so much, and everyone else. Thank you, race fans, for being here. What happened to the Alpines? I think they switched off their engine to do something on them. That's the best I can tell, because they pitted. They both pitted, and Borrello the same well as pitted. So I'm assuming there's something they're doing. They needed to turn off the car, and so we're getting a stop signal. So I wouldn't take that in any regards at this point. It's just pre-practice one. Yeah, if they had any problems with the car, they're gonna turn it off. So, and here's Bortolotto. They just turned. Yeah, Gasly just came. Those lights are coming back on and off. Snowden up to P4, 314 behind Max. Sainz in his last lap. I think he abandoned the lap, but he had the fastest second sector before abandoning it. Why do they keep running this race in the cold November? Because it's different. Oh, absolutely business, but it's not. It could be much colder. Let me put it this way. We're at the beginning of what is going to be winter, but we're still at the end of fall where it's just warm enough. Another 2 months, this would be much colder. They wouldn't be able to really run it with the cold that they're gonna see at night in Vegas. So we're at the end of fall basically. And it's a good test of the car. I mean, we're between Singapore and Coda this year were scorching hot. We have the air pressure difference in Mexico City, and now we have cold here. 30 minutes have gone in this session so far. We are halfway through FP1. The most what we've seen so far is around turn 12, people have gone off track. It's brought out a yellow flag. They've come back on. Yeah, you might be right, Franco. Though it might have been colder last year. Might have been around under 10 degrees last year, if I remember. So it could be much colder. We've already had snow here in the United States and Canada. 2 weeks ago, one of the soccer finals took place in snow, and someone did a bicycle kick in the snow, referred to as the icicle kick. If you guys want to look that up, that's a really crazy kick that he had made in the snow. And I think that put his team ahead for the win. So that's something for you guys to look up if you are a soccer fan, unless you've heard it already. Does a cold track make it difficult when it comes? Yes, because they have less grip on the track, and they're going to have to. It's also harder to get the temperature in the tires because the track is cold. Max right now, top of the world, 135.776. He's currently in the pits. Leclerc is out on track right now. His best lap has been a 135.954. He's only 178 behind. Russell is P3, 307 behind, and so is P4, 314. Science are going to bring him up is 790. Hamilton is only 399, though he's currently on track fastest for sector. We'll keep an eye on that. And Albon is 7th, 458. Oscar right now is the fastest McLaren, 474, and his teammate is 12th, almost a second back. So it's interesting that the McLarens are not performing as well so far. We'll see how this goes. Again, we've got a good number on Twitch chat already, a good number watching on YouTube. Again, this being a Thursday night, Hamilton the fastest second sector, so this is going to get interesting really quickly. Hamilton's going to go to the top of the board to 135.561. Improved to fastest sector 1, fastest sector 2, improved sector 3. He's 215 faster than Max and 393 faster than his teammate. And let's put basically Leclerc, Russell, and Hamilton were on soft tires. Max currently in the pits. His last tire was a medium. He hasn't been anyone. The purple word. I don't know what purple word you're talking about. Yeah, I don't know, Francis. I'm not sure what you're talking about in terms of a purple word, but it's a purple lap. We were looking at a purple sector, maybe a purple lap. You didn't get it because the sector 3 wasn't a purple sector, so. Hulkenberg goes to 10th, 136.394 on a soft tire. Clark right now, fastest sector 1, proven sector 2. He's looking good so far. Where is he? He's coming around 14, 15, 16 right now. Coming 17 to the line. And he's going to go to the top of the board, 280 faster than his teammate. Max drops to 495. Again, he's in the pits right now, so we'll see when he comes back out. We've got 25 minutes to go into this session right now. The Ferraris are looking good on track. Ferrari right now, fastest 1-2 between Leclerc and Hamilton. Russell just went a new flying lap, goes to P3, 135.699, which is 418 behind Leclerc at the moment. Again, what you guys are saying in chat right now. Again, thank you everyone who's here, whether you are on YouTube or Twitch. If you're watching us on another platform or on demand after the fact, thank you. You have choices to go to. We appreciate you being with us. Again, this is the Race Statistics channel you're listening to, and this is Crash on Free Practice 1 for Vegas, and we just crossed 24 minutes left to go in this session. Expecting Polo and Oscar's car, I'm a bit surprised. No. Well, no, not after the lawsuit. that I think that window, that world has closed for Polo here in F1. F2 next year is going to get interesting because Colton Herta is going to be in F2. He's driving a high-tech car next year in F2, and that's because he's trying to get his super license points so he can be in F1. And obviously, he'll be under the Cadillac team. He's already the test driver for them. Ooh, Oscar cutting the chicane on that lap, so abandoning the lap. Cannot conclude the results through practice, right? Yeah, I mean, like, there's no points in practice. I really want Norris to get the World Drivers' Championship. Well, that won't happen this weekend. There's not enough. Oscar is only 24 points behind Lando right now, so Lando can't clinch this weekend for that reason alone. What's more likely is that Max under certain conditions, Max could go out of contention this weekend. So it could be mathematically impossible for Max to win the championship after this weekend. Soft doesn't seem much better. Marginally better. Max is out on a soft tire. We'll see how he does. I'm not sure that McLaren has tried a run on the softs yet. So, Ari Lindblad, junior driver from Race Bulls, he's an F2, is here this weekend. Gas is up to P3, 135.589. So 3/10, just over 3/10 behind Leclerc. Max right now is still on his outlap. He's on the strip portion of this track, coming to 14, 15, 16, and then the last straight to the finish line. I think Leclerc just went up faster, 135.112. He's fastest third sector. Hamilton is 135.561, 440 behind Leclerc on that lap. No, he had the fastest first sector and then just abandoned the lap. Hamilton decided to go around again. New fastest first sector, 26.11. It's almost half a tenth faster than his teammate. What's Max's chances? World Drivers Champion. Haven't watched in a few weeks to look at the charts. Max is like over 40 points behind after last. The Brazilian Grand Prix was disastrous for Max because Lando was able to get points on him in the sprint and then another 10 points in the race itself. So where it was possible if Max had gained points on Lando, it's not less so now. So Max is about 40, 41 points behind. He only needs to be, I think, about 15 points. If he loses like another 15 points to Lando, he could be out of contention at the end of this weekend. More likely, it's probably next weekend. If it doesn't happen this weekend, it'll happen next weekend in Qatar. Yet Norris and Oscar both have to not do well for Max to have a chance. I mean, like literally, like Norris is going to have to DNF seriously for both Lando and Max to have a chance at him. So that's really what we're looking at. I want to thank everyone here. Again, we're under 20 minutes to go in this session, 19 minutes to go specifically. Again, this is we're here live a Thursday night for Vegas FP1. An early Vegas. It's only 7:11 for me here in Central Time. It's a 5:11 track time, so it's still early. It just sun has set since the beginning. So it was sunny, but we have yellow in track sector 14. Looks like someone may have gone off. Maybe Hamilton. See, Hamilton's not. Okay, he's moving again. So it looks like Hamilton went off track at turn 12. He has come back on track, so it's gone back to green. Max right now fastest first sector. Gasly looks, well, he's moved passing Hamilton. Everyone's passing Hamilton at this point. Is this a live race? No, it's not. It's not a live race. It is practice. It's just practice, not a race right now. So there's no points to be earned in this session. But this is giving us an idea who's looking good, who's not. Max just finished the lap 135.109, top of the board, fastest first and third sector. He's 4,000. Leclerc just did a new lap. He's only 4,000 behind Max. Max P1, Leclerc P2. Again, this is just free practice. It's not a race or qualification. There's no points to be earned. But this is going to give an idea who's got their act together. And right now, Red Bull, Ferrari, Mercedes do. Gasly with Alpine has their act together. Stroll is in the top 10. And Daly just goes P4, 135.538, 429 gap. His Mac guy seems good. He's only the, four-time world champion. So it looks like we're going to get potentially a new world champion this year so far, if things hold as they are. Right now, 40 points ahead of Max and 20 some odd points ahead of 24 points ahead of Oscar. Ocon just moves up to 10th. His teammate is 8th. Beerman is 881, and for Beerman and 1014 for Ocon in terms of gaps. Koros is showing up, and so is Saul Ackerman. Hey guys. Soda to the top of one, 135.071. He is 38,000 faster than his teammate, and he's got the fastest third sector. So again, Red Bull's, Sonoda looking good. I mean, he's with 50 minutes to go. I mean, see if this holds. But Sonoda putting in a fastest lap at the moment. Are there any unconfirmed seats for next season? It's with Red Bull. It's Yuki's seat, and both the Racing Bulls seats are not confirmed. Those are the only 3 seats not confirmed right now. Hamilton right now, fastest first sector. So there isn't noted with Bortolao, noted yellow flag infringement. That will probably be noted. It's not investigated as yet. We'll see if that goes up to investigation. Why no McLaren radio comms? I don't think we've seen anything with the radio comms as of yet. Looks like someone has gone off track. May have been Norris, Stroll. One of those three might have been. It's been everything's been happening around turn 12 so far this session. As things go, guys are talking again about the Red Bull and the Racing Bull seats not being confirmed. Those will probably be confirmed after the end of the season. Yes, pole specifically was 132.312, and the lap bet. So it was, I think, Oscar who went off track. Pole lap was a 134.876 specifically, and pole was a 132.312 last year. So. Yeah, but this is only FP1. FP2 will probably see faster times because it'll be more. They're going to try and push harder. Going to be more representative of what the race and quali will be like tomorrow. Well, tomorrow for quali and Saturday night for the race. You don't win races on Friday, but you can surely crash your car if you're not paying attention. Norris right now on soft tires. He's currently 17th. Teammate Oscar is 14th. So it's interesting that the tires are not performing well this weekend so far. Or they've not decided to go for a fast lap, a quali lap as of yet. Franco, don't make those comments about people, please. More likely, Paul is older than you. Yeah, we've had turn 12 has been where all the incidents have been going. The people have been going off track. I think was this? Yeah, it's Lando. Went off track at turn 12. They go off track into the runoff zone that throws the yellow flag, and then they get back onto track. Yeah, well, Vegas is a very forgiving track as it is. Is this real? Yes, this is very much Real Dominator. We're covering again. We had 11 minutes ago in this session. Again, we're Racing Tickets channel. This is Grash with you live coverage of Free Practice 1. Want to thank Total Motorsports. That's total-motorsports.com is their website. Again, for hosting us again this weekend. These are better numbers than I expected for a Thursday night, early Thursday night, to be quite honest. So, trying to manage to come for Paula and illustrate. Yeah, of all the things, Paula is legendary in our chat. You just that was a swing at the crown, and that was nowhere near the crown in any shape or form. Some crazy field goals this last weekend in the NFL, and you were not even. That's a shanked field goal. That's all I can tell you. Got under 10 minutes ago now in this session. Again, this is Grash with you live on Race 6 channel. Thank everyone on Twitch and YouTube, those who are watching on demand or elsewhere. Albin improving in Sector 1, Sector 2 right now. He's currently 13th. Albin's going to go P2 when he finishes the lap. It's going to be 166 behind. Leclerc has gone top of the board. Leclerc did a 134.802. Looking at what you guys are saying in chat right now. Max Steve yelling about how it's cold. It's yes, it is. 14.1 degrees, only 0.2 drop in air temperature. Track is 18.0. I think it's 4.4 degree drop in track temperature so far. And it's going to drop more between now and FP2 and FP1 and FP2. Luckily, the track will have a practice session for, I believe it's a practice session for the F1 Academy this weekend. That's another storyline you guys should probably keep an eye on. This is the final weekend for the Academy, F1 Academy races. And there's only like 6 points, only a few points between, I think, P1, P2, P3. So there's going to be a fight for that, for the championship, the Academy Championship this weekend. Okay, Norris right now hitting those curbs. So we get a start finish line. Does a 135.258, and it puts him in fifth. Albon's second, Sainz is fifth, Norris is sixth, Oscar seventh. Those are the new lap times right now. Isaac is 13th. We got about 6 minutes and 45 seconds left to go in this session right now. So the incident with Bartolo was a yellow flag infringement, will be investigated after the session. So we'll see how that goes. Is it no sleep or fully just sleep schedule for us Europeans? No sleep for you guys, apparently. Now you know how I felt several of these sessions. You got 6 minutes to go in this session right now. Those of you guys are not aware, again, we do a lot of, again, we're to our Tour de Name racing statistics. We've got basically who is the F1 GOAT. You want to find out? We've got a article up about that where the boss went through and did lots of math to figure this one out. Then he had to do a lot of translating between different versions of the point systems he had to normalize all the points, figure this one out. And all that math is a lot of math. So if you want to know what when we do all that math, what to think, there's a website. We have a website for it. It is racingstatistics.com. You can also follow us on Patreon. So patreon.com/c/racingstatistics is that website. As it stands right now, Clerk is top of the board. Albon is only 166 behind. Tsunoda is third, 296. His teammate Max is only 309. So it's only a few less than a tenth between those two. Less than a third of a tenth, really. Sainz is fifth, 377. Norris is now 456. Oscar is 658 behind. Russell is 732. And Antonelli is only 736. So it's 4,000 between the McLarens. Another yellow flag. We've gone back to green, so it looks like Bierman was the one who went off and came back on. 3 minutes and 30 seconds left to go in this session right now. Again, we're basically looking at what are they? I don't see anyone really improving in times right now. Alonso's trying to improve in time. Albon's trying to abandon his lap. It's like asking who's better between a telegrapher and a programmer. Well, a programmer is better, I can tell you that. There's bias there because I am a programmer, everyone. It's one of what I teach. Anyways, moving back to track. We only 3 minutes to go in this session right now. A lot of sparks on this track. And I'm gonna have to keep an eye on that plank to see for wear, because it's really there's been a lot of sparks this session so far, and with it now at night, those sparks are much more easily seen. Again, this is a street track, so it's not a dedicated circuit as as we say with Coda. Well, more akin to Miami and Baku and Monaco, really, than any other circuits. It's a great time for those living in East Asian countries. I mean, basically, when you do time loan conversions, like last year when the Vegas Grand Prix started, it was the same. In fact, essentially, if you had done the time code conversions, it would have been the same time in Australia when the Australian Grand Prix started. So they have moved the race back a couple hours. It's because it started at midnight my time last year. It's not going to be. It's going to be 2 hours earlier, because that's going to be more in line with here in the United States, at least 11 p.m. That's basically a late pay-per-view start, for Vegas, basically. One minute to go in this session. When you're done, those of you on Twitch, just stay where you are. We'll be back broadcasting soon. For those who are on YouTube, you'll be brought to the FP2 session stream. So now's a great time to like and subscribe if you haven't yet, or followed us on Twitch. Or the Racing Bulls pulled off track. I think these are replays of people cutting chicanes and other stuff. And we've jumped to the end of this session right now. Checker flag is out. The session is over. Yeah, Clerk right now is top. We'll finish this top of the board. 137.732. Albon will be 166 back, and Tsunoda will be 296 back. So that's P1, P2, P3. Max will come in P4, and that will be 30. Let's say 38 thousandths behind. Albon. Oh, what's happened to Albon? Albon just locked up his tires. He's in the pull-off zone. He's backing up. Yeah, Albon right now pulled off track. He lost control. He locked up his tires. And he's now back on track. So that was just him coming off track. Isaac gets P7 in his last shot of his lap. So, again, this has been Grash here with. Thank you so much for everyone who's here early for this early FP1. We'll be back in about 2 hours with music. And then after that, we'll have basically, I'll be back about 5-10 minutes before FP2, which is in 2.5 hours from now. Again, for everyone here, this has been Grash. I want to thank TotalMotorsports.com for hosting us as well. All right, this FP1's over. I'm going to get some more food and some drink. I'll be back for FP2 in 2.5 hours. Take care, everyone. We'll see you for FP2 in a little bit.